My name is Donna Tyndall, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Operations for Gelson's Markets.
I've known Donna probably 38 years. She came to the Encino Gelsons, and she had just become the Assistant Grocery Manager.
The first time I remember interacting with Donna, I was working in the dairy box, and she came over and introduced herself and complimented my work. Donna is pretty much a coaching moment every time you're talking to her. You're learning from her every time you're talking to her. She's one of those persons that listens to you and gives you examples on how you could handle it better or how you did a good job handling the situation.
When I met Donna, she was a store director and we got to know each other then. I'd like to tell Donna, and I always tell her, that she really is my inspiration. I'm really proud of her, and it just really encourages me and everyone else that how hard she works. Couldn't be better for a nicer person.
I decided to go to work for Gelson's, or try to go to work for Gelson's, because I needed a job to help supplement my college expenses. I went down to the store to hopefully get hired. I was very excited about the opportunity, only to be told that we don't really need any girls right now. My twin brother, who had applied at the same time that I did, asked, and he got hired within a couple of months, but it took me over a year to get hired.
You know, in the grocery business, in our business, personality counts. And there is no bigger and better personality than Donna Tyndall. I met Donna when she first joined our board back near 2008, and she is always so supportive of everything. Personality counts, and Donna's got it all.
I thought she was great, and I still do to this day. She was a pioneer. She knew exactly what to do, great with the customers, great with the employees.
She knows the people that have kids that are in college age, and she'll encourage them to use what's available. I know a lot of employees that benefited from the scholarship program, and their kids were able to go to college and really benefit from the funds that were available to the grocery industry.
I have the opportunity of interviewing a lot of our employees because ultimately I'm responsible for their promotions. So as we interview people, we often ask the question, what are you doing to help reach your goals? And they may talk about their schooling or the fact that they want to go to school, but they can't necessarily afford it. So we always take that opportunity to tell them about the reimbursement program for classes, also the scholarship opportunities that we have. We let them know that by learning, even if it's not something directly related to the grocery industry, by taking any class, they're going to be a better person and a better employee as they go on.
Many of our employees go to school while working for Gelson's, and Gelson's offers through the CGA, the reimbursement program and scholarships program. It's a very rewarding program to them, and it's very helpful to them, especially financially, for them to be able to support themselves as they work and go to college.
I heard about the scholarship when it was posted. I got the information, my son went online and then filled it out and applied. He actually got a scholarship all 4 years that he tried. The first 2 years he got a $2,500 scholarship, and one of them was Bill Roulette's scholarship. My daughter also has won 2 scholarships. The first time she applied, she won the grand prize, a $5,000 scholarship. It's just so wonderful that their hard work has been honored. And obviously for their father and myself, it was great because it helped us a lot.
One of the best parts of my job is that when the list of CGA Educational Foundation scholarship winners is printed, it comes to me, and I have the opportunity to go out to each one of our stores and give that news either to the employee who's working for us or to their parent who is working for us. And to me, that's one of the most rewarding parts of my job, and the best parts of my job, to give that great news to people that have worked for us, and then they realize that through Gelson's they're able to get a scholarship for their child and hopefully send them to a college that maybe they couldn't afford otherwise. Our employees who have received more education and then they take on more responsibilities, they're able to apply those skills that they learned in their classes, whether it's verbal communication, written communication, computer skills, reasoning, logic, all of those things added to their common sense is going to help make them a better employee. I think that as people learn more, they take classes, they become educated, I think they feel better about themselves. I think they make a better contribution to our company, but also, more importantly, I think they have a better life. So it's going to help them with their families as well.
When you talk about Rob McDougall, you think big. He is a big visionary. He's got big ideas. He's got a big personality, and he likes to think big. Rob is the leader that you would want to have as your company goes through the growth that Gelson's is experiencing.
Well, Rob was produce manager for Vons when we were both at Vons a lot of years ago. We felt at that time, like most supermarkets feel today, as well as Gelson certainly does, that you really make the difference with the consumer.
We identified Rob when we went to the store in Anaheim Hills, the Pavilion, and it was not a high-volume store, but had the potential to be a high-volume store. So we knew that he had talent, and so that's when we moved him to a bigger store. He was on what we call a high-potential list. We wanted to see if he did have the talent that we thought he had in a store that was hard to show, and he certainly did.
With Rob's career was that, he was a produce manager. We brought him out on special projects. And then I mentioned to Rob, if you really want to get ahead, you should become a store manager before you go through being a merchandiser or a buyer, and you need to get and finish your education. And then that's exactly what you did. You managed 3 stores, you completed your BA, then you went on to get your master's. Rob's probably the most successful of all of the guys and gals that we work together. And Rob, because he's the CEO and president of this company.
And it was one, as we talked about mentoring people, and Rob was one of those that we worked with to try and get him developed.
Dick always walked through shaking hands with everyone. He was tough when he needed to be, but at the same time, I learned from him and others, you got to take care of your team. When I have an assistant store director grab me and say, "Can I walk the store with you? I want to see it through your eyes." I love that. I think, you know what? I want to show it to you. Those are the up-and-comers that want to step out and want to do something more with their career. The nice thing at Gelson's is we've been around so many years. There's a lot of people that started as baggers just like me and have come up through the ranks, and I continue to see them, and that's what gives me joy. When I think over my whole career, I think my education was really what gave me a jump start. We're really excited with the Educational Foundation. Nothing's more rewarding than going to an employee, either for themselves or their children, with a reward to help them pay that college dues and help them further their education. It's built a whole focus around education in the company in the last couple of years that the employees are really buying into, and I really see it as a future for us. We need to have more educated employees as we move up through the ranks.
And as you stretch out into markets that you've never been in before, that the San Diego market, the Palm Springs market, and those stores thus far have been very successful. And if they continue to be successful, that'll give you the confidence to more expansion down the road.
Well, it's nice to be partnered with TPG for that, and it's also nice to have a team at Gelson's that knows how to do this well.
I think the thing that we learned from being a mentor, because that's really what you are in running companies. You're there to create a success in the company, but at the same time, your real responsibility is to building a nucleus of people that make that company successful without you.
This is a great industry to still go into. It's an ever-growing and ever-changing business. I think what I like most about it is the constant change that definitely sticks with you. It's a fun business. It's a people business.
And on the CGA, I think it's wonderful that you and Donna have been selected as 2 of the 3 honorees this year, to go into their Hall of Fame. It's a great honor for Gelson's, a small company, relatively small company, and to have 2 people going in 1 year. Congratulations to you and Donna.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're excited to be part of it. I was a little surprised that Gelson's got picked. More surprised that it was me, but we're excited to be here.
No, you're the right person, and so is Donna.
Yeah.
She's done a wonderful job for a lot of years for this company and this industry, too. She's always been very, very involved.
Yeah, no, she has.
Yeah.
I love the push with the CGA on education. I think everything we can do to help better the people that we work with, that's the legacy I want left behind. Family's the most important thing to me. The second most important thing is my job at Gelson's and really taking care of my family here.
Rob, Donna, congratulations on being inducted to the CGA Educational Foundation Hall of Achievement.